How is it going, everyone? Daxellz here, and today we're gonna be checking out another riddle video. Riddle video. 15 billion years of Earth's future in 10 minutes. What will happen? Let's get straight into it. And away we go.
How do you see the future? No, I don't mean what you'll cook for lunch tomorrow or how much stocks will rise next week. I mean what will happen to you in 10, 20, or 50 years.
Oh, that's
Surely,
deep. I don't know.
It's difficult to imagine.
Yeah.
Yet there are many predictions about the fate of the planet. Scientists have predicted
Really?
what will happen in 100, 1,000, 1 million, and
I don't
even
think much in
15
like 1,000,
billion
but, you
years. Want to look into the future? Then get ready. I'll now leap 15 billion years ahead. My first stop is 50 years from now. Climate change isn't critical yet. On Earth, there's the heyday of the digital economy. Mankind is mastering new modes of transport. Underwater highways are connecting continents. Buses and taxis are traveling by
Really? In
air.
50 years?
People are moving into underground houses and spending their vacations in space. Space hotels
underground
have
houses?
appeared in orbit. And of course, in half
I have so many questions. Why would people be moving into underground houses? The outside
a
that bad?
century,
What?
new entertainment awaits us. For example, interactive films in which we ourselves are actors in virtual reality.
What?
After
No
100
shot.
years, the fun seems to have ended. The air temperature on the planet has increased by an average of between 3 to 5
In
degrees
just
Celsius.
100 years,
That's
okay.
5.4 to 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Extreme heat and drought are frequent. In Africa, the expanding Sahara Desert has conquered almost the entire continent and captured part of southern Europe. In another scenario, due to a sharp increase in rainfall, the outskirts of the largest desert in the world will be covered with plains or jungles. Drinking water
What?
reserves will shrink, and the planet will be suffering from more frequent natural disasters, storms, hurricanes, and forest fires.
In
And
just
the
what? In just 100
consequences
years,
will
okay.
be more destructive. The Maldives, Seychelles, Fiji, all of New York City, Miami, and Venice will be underwater. Flooding will even threaten whole countries, such as the Netherlands and Bangladesh. Due to global warming, glaciers will melt faster. According to various forecasts, the water level in oceans will rise from between 60 centimeters or 23 inches up to 2 meters or 6.5 feet. But after 1,000 years, the sea level may rise up to 20 meters or 65.6 feet. Due to melting glaciers,
okay.
deep water currents in the North Atlantic Ocean will be weakened. Global water currents initially formed due to changes in water temperature and salinity. But due to warming, oceans will heat up, and melting glaciers will add a huge amount of fresh water to them. This means that the main natural heater of the Earth, Gulf Stream, will slow and fail. In the UK and the countries of Scandinavia, it will be as cold as Siberia. But people will become more resilient. We'll learn how to edit the human genome. We may even reduce the risk of cancer, strengthen bones, and develop
I wouldn't be around
superpowers,
this. It's fine.
ultra-precise vision, or improved hearing. We'll implant tiny gadgets in our bodies that will strengthen our immune system, help us instantly download data to the brain, or access the internet merely through the power of thought. In an overpopulated world,
I
in
would be so
order
down
to
for
save
that.
space, houses will be built and disassembled by tiny robots. After 5,000 years, according to scientists, glaciers around the world will have completely melted. Sea levels will have risen by 60 meters, or 196.85 feet. The contours of the continents will have changed, and coastal zones will be flooded. A large
The UK
portion
completely
of some
went.
European countries, the Atlantic coast of North America, and
Okay, that's not
parts
as
of
bad
China
as what they
and
were just
India
showing.
will be underwater. Cardamom Hills will become an island. On the continents,
Oh, wow.
seas will be larger. If humanity survives after 10,000 years, then racial differences between people will be erased. In the daytime,
Damn.
a star will shine in the sky, the supergiant Antares, a star that will have exploded and turned into a supernova. A couple millennia later, The axial
What?
tilt of the Earth will shift, causing the North and South poles to switch places. After 50,000 years,
Wow.
the most powerful waterfall
Everyone's
in
got turned
North
upside down?
America,
What?
Niagara Falls, will be just a memory. Due to natural erosion, its height will have decreased by 0.3 meters or 1 foot per year, disappearing completely. Earth will likely experience a supervolcanic eruption. For example, if the largest volcano in the world, the Yellowstone caldera, begins to erupt, it will destroy life within a radius of 100 kilometers or 62 miles, and the entire North American continent will be covered in a 30 centimeter or 11.8-inch layer of ash. Due to the huge ash cloud, visibility will be about half a meter or 1.6 feet on the entire planet, and the sun's rays won't be able to reach Earth. A volcanic winter will come, but it won't last long compared to the new ice age, which is
I knew there was
going to
be an ice
at
age.
about the same time. Most of the northern hemisphere will again be covered by a massive glacier. Many meters of ice will cover Scandinavia, Europe, Canada, and Siberia.
Jesus.
After 1 million years, the Earth won't look vastly different. Oceans and continents will exist, though the continents will have shifted by 45 to 60 kilometers, or about 28 to 37 miles from
getting
current
further
positions.
and further away from each other.
And from the waves of the Pacific Ocean near Hawaii, the underwater volcano Loihi will have risen, forming a new island. After 50 million years, the continents and oceans will continue to move. Australia will collide with Southeast Asia and Africa with Eurasia. When the tectonic plates collide, the Mediterranean Sea will disappear, and in its place, gigantic mountains will appear, comparable to the Himalayas. Most likely, during this period, a large asteroid will fall to the Earth.
They just keep throwing loads of stuff at us.
Of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago.
Well, this is pretty much is. What is the worst things that can happen to the Earth in the amount of time of like 15 billion years or whatever it is? And they've literally just put in a compilation of all that and just put it into one scenario of what could happen.
50 million years, continental shifting will stop. They'll all have merged into one. There are four scenarios for this formation. In the first, the Atlantic Ocean will expand, while the Pacific will close. Then, America will collide with Antarctica, and Africa and Eurasia will join them. Australia will be in the middle. The supercontinent is called Novopangaea. In another scenario, the Atlantic Ocean will disappear. A different supercontinent, Pangaea Proxima, will border the vast Pacific Ocean. 90% of the new continent will consist of desert, and in the northwest and southeast, there will be giant mountains. According to a third forecast, all of the continents will meet at the North Pole, forming the supercontinent Amasia. And the fourth hypothesis says that both the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans will close up, resulting in a new ocean bordering a new supercontinent. After 800 million years, the concentration of carbon dioxide on Earth will fall below the level required for photosynthesis. Trees and other plants will die. The ozone layer will disappear. The deadly rays of ultraviolet light will freely reach the Earth's surface. Multicellular life on the planet will disappear. After 1 billion years, the sun will become brighter. The average surface temperature of the Earth will rise to 47 degrees Celsius. That's 116 Fahrenheit. Glaciers will disappear. The poles of the Earth will turn to the tropics, and oceans will gradually evaporate.
How many times have glaciers disappeared right now?
I
think it's on the third go.
Desert, unsuitable for life.
Poor ice just never lost.
5 billion years, conditions on Earth will be comparable to Venus, the hottest planet in the solar system. The surface temperature will have risen to 1,130 degrees Celsius. That's 2,066 Fahrenheit. And after 5 billion years, the sun will begin to die. It will expand approximately 250 times, becoming a red giant. It will first absorb Mercury, then Venus, then Earth. But even if the sun doesn't destroy our planet, it will certainly roast it. The only life remaining will be microorganisms deep in its bowels. After 8 billion years, the sun will shed its crust, and only the white dwarf at its core will remain. A hot and dense object the size of the Earth. After 15 billion years, it will begin to fade and cool, gradually turning into a black dwarf, radiating neither heat nor light. Therefore, it will be impossible to observe. However, there will be no one to observe it. The distant future of our planet is predetermined. One way or another, it will become unsuitable for life. But this doesn't mean that humanity will perish. We have hundreds of years left to form a plan for salvation. Perhaps we'll move to another planet.
According to this guy, we only have 100 years to get over global warming because we're screwed over that anyway.
Or change Earth's orbit. English theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking believed that the planet would be habitable for another 1,000 years. During this time, we must continue space exploration in the name of the future of humanity. What do you think? What awaits our world? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell to be notified of interesting new videos that await you ahead. Until next time.
Jeez. This is crazy. I know a lot of it's just theory and guessing because we literally don't know what's going to happen or where it's going to happen. Like tomorrow, like Yellowstone could erupt and we could all be dead, but we can't think like that. We've got to think forward, and that's just the way the humans have done it so far and how we've done it always. So it's crazy. That was a depressing video, but then again, kind of a realistic take on the world. But then, yeah, we've been here for so long on this planet, but then this planet's been here for longer than we have, so anything could happen at any time, but you just can't think on it, you know? Very good video. Okay, everyone, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you check out the original in the description down below. Enjoyed this video, put the thumbs up, comment, would you like me to react to next, subscribe if you're new or just haven't yet. I will see you in the next video. Laters.